My beloved child, there is a reason you found this message today. It was not an accident, and it was not random. Before this moment passes, I ask you to stay with me because something meaningful is about to unfold. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Every word you hear today connects to the title in a way you may not expect. For a long time, there was a woman whose opinions carried great weight in your person's life. Her words seemed important. Her influence appeared strong. Many believed she understood everything, yet not every voice speaks with complete understanding. Sometimes people make decisions based on incomplete stories, assumptions, or emotions they never fully questioned. What happened next became a quiet turning point that very few noticed at first. Time has a remarkable way of revealing what conversations cannot. As the days passed, situations began to unfold differently than anyone expected. Small moments started opening new perspectives. The confidence she once had in her conclusions slowly transformed into reflection. She began to see details she had overlooked before. The picture that once seemed so clear became far more complicated than she imagined. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person also entered a season of quiet observation. Instead of accepting every opinion without question, they started paying closer attention to actions, consistency, and truth. Little by little, they noticed things that had always been there but had never fully stood out before. It was not one dramatic event that changed everything. It was a series of gentle realizations, each one adding another piece to a much bigger puzzle. The surprising part is not about conflict. It is about clarity. Sometimes clarity arrives quietly. It does not announce itself. It simply grows stronger each day until it becomes impossible to ignore. The woman who once believed she understood the entire story began realizing there were chapters she had never read. She started recognizing qualities in you that had been hidden beneath misunderstandings, distance, or silence. Perhaps she noticed your patience when others expected frustration. Perhaps she saw your kindness continue even when no one applauded it. Perhaps she discovered that your intentions were steadier than the rumors or assumptions she once believed. Whatever the exact reason, something within her perspective began shifting, and that shift created new possibilities no one saw coming. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person may not have spoken openly about these changes yet, but deep inside, they have been comparing what they hear with what they actually experience. That comparison has become powerful. Real experiences often speak louder than old opinions. Genuine character has a way of shining over time. What once remained hidden slowly becomes visible, and what once seemed certain begins to fade. This is why today's message matters. It is not about proving anyone wrong. It is about understanding that truth has its own timing. Every season teaches something different. Every unexpected turn reveals another layer of wisdom. Sometimes the greatest surprise is watching someone reconsider what they once believed without anyone forcing them to do so. As this story continues, even more meaningful details will come into focus. You have only seen the beginning. The next part reveals why this change became impossible to ignore and how unexpected conversation started opening doors that had remained closed for a very long time. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next chapter is where the deeper revelations begin. A quiet shift had already begun, but almost no one recognized it at first. What seemed like an ordinary season was actually becoming the moment that would change everything. If you have stayed this far, keep listening carefully because every sentence builds toward a revelation you do not want to miss. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The woman who once had a powerful influence over your person's thinking started noticing details that had never caught her attention before. She remembered conversations she had dismissed too quickly. She recalled moments that suddenly carried a completely different meaning. It was as though pieces of a forgotten puzzle had quietly returned to the table, and now they fit together in a way she never expected. Meanwhile, your person was experiencing something equally surprising. They found themselves remembering your kindness, your patience, and the calm way you handled situations that could have easily become difficult. These memories became stronger than old opinions. Day after day, they began asking themselves a simple question: what if I never saw the complete picture? Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Sometimes the greatest changes happen without loud announcements. They begin with one honest thought, one unexpected realization, and one quiet moment of reflection. That is exactly what started happening. The influence that once seemed unshakable slowly gave way to understanding. No arguments were needed. No dramatic scenes unfolded. Truth simply became easier to recognize. Then something unexpected happened. The woman found herself speaking about you with a different tone. Instead of repeating old assumptions, she became curious. Instead of focusing on the past, she wondered what she might have misunderstood. Even she was surprised by the questions filling her own mind. It was a transformation that nobody could have predicted. At the same time, your person noticed these subtle changes. They realized that conversations no longer sounded the same. There was less certainty about old opinions and more openness to new understanding. This quiet shift created space for hope where doubt had once lived. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most remarkable part of this journey is that genuine character always reveals itself over time. Kindness leaves lasting memories. Integrity creates silent evidence. Patience speaks even when words are absent. These qualities began standing out more clearly than ever before. What had once been overlooked was now impossible to ignore. Your person started connecting moments that had never made sense until now. Small acts of sincerity, forgotten conversations, and unexpected memories all pointed toward the same conclusion. They realized that first impressions are not always final truths. Sometimes understanding arrives later, but when it does, it changes everything. This is why today's message is so important. The story is no longer about the influence someone once had. It is about the power of truth to reshape hearts and perspectives. What once seemed permanent was only temporary. What once looked settled was still waiting for its final chapter. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The next part reveals the conversation that no one expected, the moment hidden feelings became impossible to ignore, and why this surprising change may open a completely new chapter that neither you nor your person ever imagined possible. A conversation was about to take place that no one had planned, yet it would quietly become one of the most important moments in this entire story. Before we continue, promise yourself that you will not miss what comes next. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The woman who once influenced your person's thoughts found herself reflecting on everything that had happened over the past months. She realized that time had answered questions she could never solve on her own. Situations had unfolded naturally, and those events revealed something that words alone never could. The picture she once believed was complete had changed completely. She began remembering moments when your name came up unexpectedly. Instead of feeling certain about her old opinions, she paused. That pause was powerful. It created space for honesty, and honesty often opens doors that pride keeps closed. She started seeing that your actions had remained consistent, even during times when no one was paying attention. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. At the very same time, your person experienced something they could not explain. Small memories returned without warning. They remembered your calm spirit. They remembered the encouragement you offered. They remembered the quiet strength you carried through difficult moments. These memories became impossible to ignore because they were real, personal experiences, not stories told by someone else. Then came an unexpected realization. Your person understood that the most reliable answers were never found in assumptions. They were found in what they had personally witnessed. Every genuine conversation, every kind gesture, and every sincere moment became another reminder that truth is revealed through consistency. That realization planted a seed that continued growing day after day. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Meanwhile, the woman noticed another surprising change. Instead of trying to shape the future with her opinions, she became willing to let events unfold naturally. This quiet decision changed the atmosphere around everyone involved. There was less pressure, less misunderstanding, and far more room for genuine understanding to grow. What makes this moment so remarkable is that nobody forced this transformation. It happened because reality became stronger than old assumptions. The more she observed, the more she realized that true character cannot stay hidden forever. It eventually shines through every circumstance. Your person also began noticing meaningful coincidences. Familiar places reminded them of meaningful conversations. Certain songs brought back peaceful memories. Simple moments suddenly carried deeper meaning than before. These experiences gently encouraged them to look at everything with fresh eyes. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. This is where the story becomes even more surprising. The change was no longer happening only inside one heart. It was spreading quietly through every conversation and every new experience. People who once believed one version of the story were beginning to ask thoughtful questions instead of making quick conclusions. That shift created an entirely new direction. And then, something unexpected appeared, a small opportunity that seemed ordinary on the surface but carried extraordinary potential. It was the kind of moment many people would overlook, yet it had the power to begin a completely different chapter. The timing felt almost impossible to ignore. The next part reveals why this opportunity mattered so much, what unexpected words were finally spoken, and how everything that once seemed impossible started moving toward a hopeful and surprising new beginning. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The most meaningful revelation is still ahead. The moment everyone had been moving toward finally arrived, but it did not begin with a dramatic announcement. It began with quiet honesty. Sometimes the greatest turning points enter our lives softly, yet they leave the deepest impact. If you have stayed until this point, do not leave now. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Your person could no longer ignore everything they had discovered. The memories, the conversations, the unexpected realizations, and the peaceful clarity all pointed toward the same conclusion. They understood that real character is revealed over time, and what they had seen with their own eyes carried far greater value than old assumptions. This understanding brought them a sense of peace they had not felt in a long time. At the same time, the woman who once influenced your person's perspective reached a surprising realization of her own. Looking back, she saw how quickly first impressions can become lasting beliefs if they are never questioned. She understood that growth comes through humility, and she quietly chose understanding over certainty. That single decision changed the atmosphere around everyone involved. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then came a conversation that no one expected to happen. There were no raised voices, no arguments, and no attempts to prove anyone wrong. Instead, there was honesty, calm reflection, and a willingness to see the situation with fresh eyes. Sometimes healing begins with a single sincere conversation, and this was one of those rare moments. Your person listened carefully. They realized that every experience over the past months had been preparing them for this very day. The doubts that once seemed so large no longer held the same power. Confidence quietly replaced confusion, and hope gently replaced uncertainty. The most surprising part was not that opinions had changed. It was the reason they changed. Truth had been patiently revealing itself through consistent actions, genuine kindness, and steady character. Those qualities spoke louder than anything else ever could. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As the story reached this point, everyone involved understood an important lesson: real understanding cannot be rushed. It grows one step at a time, one experience at a time, until everything suddenly makes sense. Looking back, even the difficult seasons had served a purpose because they revealed what truly mattered. And now the title makes complete sense. What happened to the woman who once influenced your person may indeed surprise you, not because of conflict, but because of transformation. Her perspective changed. Your person's understanding deepened. What once seemed impossible became possible through patience, honesty, and the quiet power of truth. If this message encouraged you today, remember this lesson wherever you go: never underestimate what time, wisdom, and consistent character can accomplish. Sometimes the greatest surprises come from hearts that are willing to grow, and the most meaningful chapters begin only after everything seems quiet. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is always waiting for those who continue moving forward with hope, patience, and faith. This story may be ending, but a beautiful new chapter could be just beginning. Just when it seemed that every important answer had already been revealed, another unexpected chapter quietly began to unfold. The greatest surprises often come after people believe the story is finished. If you are still here, keep listening with an open heart. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Days passed, yet the changes did not disappear. Instead, they became stronger. Your person noticed that peace had replaced uncertainty. The questions that once filled their mind no longer carried the same weight. They had seen enough to understand that genuine character always stands the test of time. Meanwhile, the woman who had once influenced so many decisions continued reflecting on everything she had learned. Looking back, she recognized how easily assumptions can shape the future when they are never challenged. Instead of holding on to old conclusions, she chose wisdom. That quiet decision became one of the most meaningful moments in this entire journey. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. Then something remarkable happened. A simple conversation unexpectedly reminded everyone of the truth that had been slowly unfolding all along. No one needed to convince anyone. No one needed to defend themselves. The evidence had already been written through patience, kindness, consistency, and time. Every sincere action had quietly built a foundation that could no longer be ignored. Your person realized that the greatest answers had never come from dramatic moments. They came from observing who remained genuine through every season. That realization filled them with confidence they had never experienced before. As these thoughts settled into their heart, they began seeing your story from an entirely different perspective. Moments that once seemed ordinary suddenly became meaningful. Words that once seemed small carried unexpected importance. Every memory fit together like pieces of a beautiful picture that had finally become clear. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. The woman also discovered something surprising about herself. Growth had changed the way she viewed people. Instead of focusing on first impressions, she began valuing consistency. Instead of listening only to opinions, she started paying attention to actions. This new understanding brought peace where confusion had once existed. Your person noticed this transformation without anyone pointing it out. The atmosphere felt different. Conversations became lighter. There was greater understanding, greater respect, and a quiet sense that a new beginning was possible. Sometimes the most powerful victories happen inside the heart before they ever become visible to the world. This is the hidden message behind today's story. Life has a way of revealing truth at exactly the right time. What seems delayed is often being prepared. What appears uncertain may simply be waiting for the perfect moment to become clear. Every step, every lesson, and every unexpected turn has been leading toward a greater understanding. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you. As this chapter closes, remember that patience is never wasted. Kindness is never forgotten. Genuine character never loses its value. The people who are willing to grow always discover truths they could never have imagined at the beginning of their journey. And perhaps the greatest surprise of all is this: sometimes the person who changes the most is not the one everyone expected. That quiet transformation can open doors to hope, understanding, and meaningful new beginnings that continue long after the story seems complete. The journey does not end here. Another unexpected chapter may already be preparing itself, and what comes next could be even more meaningful than everything you have heard so far. Don't skip. Stay till the end. Something huge is waiting for you.